Good evening. My name is Catherine Stewart. I live in the Sully District and I have 3 young children. I'm a member of More Recess for Fairfax County. You've heard a lot from us by now. And next Monday, you will be reviewing the 2018 Draft Fairfax County School Board State and Federal Legislative Program in your work session. We at More Recess for Fairfax County have reviewed the document that's on board docs, and we would like to see the board add a request for more flexibility for recess to that document. Specifically, we would like you to add the following statement. The Fairfax County School Board supports a wider definition of instructional hours that includes recess rather than excludes it. In addition, the Fairfax County School Board supports a reduction in the minimum annual instructional hours devoted to English, mathematics, science, and history social sciences in elementary school. These 2 changes would allow flexibility for school divisions to restructure the educational environment based on current research and to improve learning outcomes for students. I've spoken to a number of you about recess policy, as have other members of our group. One of the most common responses that you, the members of the board, have given us is that it's tough to add more recess at the county level because of the way that the State Department of Education has defined instructional hours. Since many of you have actually admitted that this is a concern, we hope that you will list it in your legislative program for 2018. Our proposed statement addresses not only the definition of instructional hours, but also a provision in the standard of accreditation which requires that 75% of instructional hours are spent on English, math, science, and history and social studies for elementary school students. This minimum percentage must be reduced in order for recess to be added without impacting specials like PE and art. In middle school, the standards of accreditation only require 57% of the instructional hours to be devoted to those 4 course subjects. It doesn't seem necessary for the percentage to be so high in elementary school when it's 18% lower in middle school. Reducing this minimum would not automatically reduce instruction in those subjects either. It would grant you the flexibility to reduce the time spent on those subjects if you deemed it appropriate. Beyond that, a good portion of the time that elementary schoolers currently spend on English or math right now is spent correcting off-task behaviors and performing brain breaks and that kind of thing. If we replaced 10 minutes of in-classroom English instruction with 10 minutes of recess outside, students would return to the classroom more focused and ready to learn. Educational outcomes would likely be improved, even though less time would technically be spent teaching English. This is why we believe that the minimum percentage of instructional hours spent on those 4 course subjects should be reduced for elementary school students. With that in mind, please add our proposed language to your 2018 state and federal legislative program. We have emailed you a copy of this statement to each of you, and we appreciate your consideration.